Hello my friends, happy to see you again. The summer was a bit interrupted because I had an accident and I couldn't do what I wanted to do, but slowly I'm getting back on my feet, and now I am standing at the spot where the river hits the sea, or rather the archipelago. There's hundreds of islands out here, and it's hard to define what is the end of the river and what is the beginning of the sea. The Botnian Bay to be exact, but it's around here, and it's a beautiful area. It's a bit industrialized because there's a paper mill here. Makes it a bit smelly, but for the rest it's really beautiful. Several people ask me, where is all that water coming from? It keeps on flowing. That brought me to the idea that I'll follow the river to its source and film that. That's a multi-day project, and I have to make some provisions for that. It will take some time and probably some overnight stay, so I'm ready for that. So, this here is the Kalix Bridge. This is the first upstream bridge over the Kalix River. It was built 2 years ago, and therewith the newest bridge across the whole stretch of the river. And in the background you can see a sawmill. Back in the days the trees would come on the river and they would land here and be processed here further. But that's long ago. I think around the 1950s they stopped with that. But it's a lot of history though. As I said, the bridge was built 2 years ago. It's straight with the church, which I'll show you a picture of too. And it's a beautiful spot.
It's a long journey along the banks of the Kalix River. So vast and serene that it's often hard to distinguish if it's a river or a lake. I was born in a place called Avereest, which means across the river. After that I moved to several places where rivers and lakes were the dominant features in the landscape, and it always fascinated me. Rivers don't merely tell stories, they are the story. Human settlements often sprouted where rivers were shallow or narrow enough to cross. In times of war, rivers became barriers, frequently marking the borders between territories. They divide and unite. People have washed, swum, drank and fished from the river's waters. A river is a living history, stretching back to the last ice age. At Jokval, a renowned salmon hotspot, the Kalix River makes a dramatic 9-meter drop. The Terrendeur River is a 52-kilometer long branch of the Torna River that merges with the Kalix. It's known as a bifurcation river, and it ranks as the second largest of its kind after a bifurcation in the Amazon River system.
So it was a long drive today. The temperature dropped from 22 till 13. It's cold here. I'm about in a straight line about 300 kilometers north of my house, and on the length of the river I'm about 400 kilometers upstream, and we're on 470 meters altitude. So the river drops quite a lot in a relatively short distance. Well, good night. See you tomorrow.
Deep in Lapland, I'm arriving at Nikkaluokta, situated at 475 meters above sea level, at the foot of Sweden's highest mountains. Nikkaluokta lies about 150 kilometers within the Arctic Circle. Here the sun refuses to set in the summer and won't rise in the winter, with temperatures often plunging to minus 40 degrees Celsius. In this rugged landscape, several mountain streams feed into a series of lakes that eventually give birth to the Kalix River. Along its journey to the sea, it gathers water from numerous lakes, swamps, smaller rivers, ultimately discharging an average of 319 cubic meters per second into the sea. As the road changes here into serious mountain trails, I cannot take you any further, so this is where this video ends. To make a 10-minute video along the full stretch of the river was a big but rewarding project. I hope you give it a like or subscribe. For now, see you on my next project and watch the bonus hereafter.